All right, happy Tuesday night, everybody. Hope the day has been fantastic. Hope everybody went back to work today. Labor Day, which is misnamed, it should be non Labor Day, but anyhow, that's over. We're back to work on a Tuesday. We got a lot of stuff to get to from Texas Tech football. We got that. We got Texas high school mascots. We got that. And your top three Big 12 teams as of right now. You can sound off on what you saw with TCU and the Fighting Belichick's last night. You can do anything you want because United Supermarkets at Market Street takes care of the chat line. And whatever ever is on your mind, you can fire away in the comments, and we're going to talk about it this evening. So we got all that stuff going on tonight from the Hat Creek Interior Studio. That's right, dedicated to delivering a superior customer service. The styles of the West, kept alive. All of those things you already know. They deliver anywhere. I mean, maybe not Mars, but if Mars needs Great Western furniture, Hat Creek Interiors is going to make it happen. Check out their website, hatcreek.us, if you're outside the immediate area. If you're inside the immediate area, go to South Slide Road. Check out their showroom. It's going to be really good. You guys ready? Let's do it. In three, in two. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, theraiderland.com. You started your day on the website, checking out all the awesome Raiderland hot links brought to you by Jackson Brothers Meat Locker in Post, Texas. Do they process meat that you kill and bring in? I'm talking like deer and stuff. Yeah, they do that. Do they have the most amazing, world's greatest beef jerky? Yeah, they got that. Do they have ribeyes and, hamburger meat? Yes, they got all that stuff. Jackson Brothers, check it out. Brought to you tonight by Ninja Pest Control. I did not know this until recently. Ninjas hate pest. The name of the company in Lubbock should not be Ninja Pest Control. It should be Ninjas Kill Pest and Kill Them Dead. You got pests, you want to get rid of them, Ninja Pest Control. Check out their website. South Plains College as well. All right. The road to Raiderland runs through Level End so many different ways. Check out the traditional student offerings they have. And then look at the continuing education. If you're my age, and whatever, maybe you just want to learn how to cook. It could be that simple. Check out their website. Give them a holler, South Plains College. All right, let's get it going tonight. So there's the show you plan and the show you get. The show we planned tonight was going to be, you guys give us your top three Big 12 teams as of right now. We watched what TCU did. We watched what Utah did. We watched what Kansas State hadn't done. We saw Texas Tech. By the way, Tech drops one in the poll. Which poll was that? Is that the AP? Whatever. 23, 24? Yeah, doesn't matter. Your top three Big 12 teams right now. Who are they? Is Texas Tech in your top three as of right now, based on what they've done, not done? You're going to hold it against them that they didn't play anybody? They made a bad team look bad. Who do you like and why? Then we have Tuesday's Best. Every Tuesday, we ask you to give us, we give you a topic. You give us the two best examples. Today, with the restart or whatever you want to call it, of high school football and high school sports, give me your two favorite Texas high school mascots. I went to Coronado in Lubbock. Our mascot, the Mustangs. Nothing wrong with that, but nothing unique about that. I don't know how many Mustangs there are around the state. I said on the website today, theraiderland.com, in the column, it would have been interesting and fascinating if we had actually been the Coronado Mustang, not the Mutang in a James P. Connolly comedy bit years ago, which is hilarious if you've ever heard it. But the Coronado Mustang, we could have been the 1966 car. The logo could have been the car. Give me your top two Tuesday's Best Texas high school mascots. And I sit there and I look in LISD and I go, all right, Coronado Mustangs. Yeah, nothing unique about that. Plainsmen. I don't know that there's another Plainsman in the state. Westerners. Don't believe there's another one. Matadors, I think maybe I heard sometime there was one other. And then the Dunbar Panthers, obviously, they're kind of like us, There are Panthers. There are Mustangs. Your top three teams in the Big 12 right now. We also tonight will talk about the breaking news today, as released by Brett Murphy earlier, and then confirmed by Don Williams with quotes from Robert Giovanetti. Texas Tech gonna play Arkansas in 2030 in Las Vegas. But don't worry, you're not really losing a home game. You're gaining a home game in 2034 for those of you that are still alive. We asked the question, when we see these games being moved, and we talked about with basketball, that Tech basketball fans, in my opinion, are getting screwed. All the good games go somewhere else. Duke, great, play them, awesome. New York City, not many people fall by New York City. Is Vegas hard to get to for Tech fans? No, not necessarily. That's not the point. Why did you spend hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars on Jones Stadium to renovate, well, not necessarily expand, but make it better, create the Womble, Dustin Womble? Why did Dustin Womble drop 200 mil or whatever he dropped on it? And why are you fans paying so much money when every time there's a really good game, it goes somewhere else? Why? What's the upside? You tell me tonight, because there's no upside to playing and I'm going to back up a little bit and say again, the game shouldn't be played in Vegas. It won't be played in Vegas. I'll tell you this today. That game in 2030 won't happen in Vegas. The changes in college football will be so much that the game will never happen. And the game in 2034 will not happen in Lubbock. So why do it? Why are we doing these things? What is the freaking point, Kirby? What's the freaking point, Dustin? What's the freaking point, Cody? Why even go through these theatrics? If Tech people want to go to Vegas, you can go to Vegas. You don't have to have a Tech game to do it. But everything should be situated around bringing the best games to Jones Stadium 7 times a year. And that ain't Kent State, and it ain't Arkansas Pine Bluff, and it ain't Oregon State. All right, we better get to some of the comments, or somebody's going to get mad in the production booth. And I hate getting yelled at in the production booth, so let's get it going tonight. Your top 3 Big 12 teams as of now, and we will get your thoughts on what happened with the Fighting Belichick's versus Sonny Dykes. Best Texas high school mascots. Give us your top 2 on Tuesday's best. And then the whole Tech Arkansas 2030, 2034. You're not really losing a home game. You're gaining a home game in 2034. Please go to your doctor and stay alive. Michael on YouTube. Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland on YouTube. Free. Everybody should subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, hit like, hit share, and get out there. Arizona State, number 1. The Fighting Levitts. Iowa State 2, Tech 3. Utah not in his top 4. Can't go along with that. I would have Utah number 1 right now based on what they did. Angel Riones, Tech 1. Why? Why Texas Tech beat a team that might not be able to beat Lubbock Cooper? Randy, Wade. I just got to say both names. It's like something, out of Dazed and Confused. Top 3. Utah, as the late, great Mike Reiner says. Followed by BYU, then a toss-up between Tech and KU. Ow, man. I don't know if I can get KU up that high. I just don't believe in it, historically or otherwise. Can we really have the 2 best teams in the Big 12 right now from Utah? That seems crazy after what we saw TCU do against the greatest team in the history of ever. Robert Christopher. He's in on Facebook. You can get on Facebook. Hit like, hit share, invite people in, grow the audience tonight. We talk about the power of 5, by the way, around here. Good time to talk about this. If every night just 5 of you good people go to our sponsors' social media pages, Facebook, their website, whatever it may be, Twitter feed, whether it's Hat Creek Interiors, easy to do. They're right there on Facebook. Ninja Pest Control on their Facebook page, South Plains College, United Supermarkets. If just 5 of you each night go there during the show and say, hey, thanks for supporting Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, and then come back and report back and say you did it, holy cow. Most advertisers never get that kind of feedback. That'd be great. TCU, Utah, Iowa State. I'd have Utah ahead of TCU because I think Utah beat a better team than TCU beat last night. Iowa State, at this time, we give them a lot of credit for beating a Kansas State team in Ireland that is potentially not very good and has Matt Wells. I might move Iowa State out of there. You want to put Texas Tech in there, don't you? Well, Ben did Iowa State, Tech, Utah. I might be able to swap a couple of those out right there. Randy wants to know who will be the coaches. Who will be the coaches in 2034 for Root Hogs and Texas Tech? Exactly. Coaches, athletic directors, everything. It is pure folly that we do this in football. Why do we do this? Why are we doing this? Why are we agreeing to anything in 2030, let alone 2034? No football contracts, non-conference, should be beyond a 2-year horizon. 2 years max. And hopefully when we blow up the NCAA controlling football and we get this down in a couple of years and it's 60 some odd teams playing and Tech will be there and we all play each other and we don't have to worry about this stuff. It'll be like the NFL. So much better. But again, it begs the question, why are they doing this to you, the fans? Hey, we're going to play Arkansas. We're going to play them in Lubbock where we spent all this money for great facilities. Oh, no. No. Where are we going to go? Las Vegas. Why? So it'll be on TV. So Arkansas and Texas Tech wouldn't be on TV in Lubbock? Well, yeah, it would probably be on TV. So why? What's the point? Joseph, the Trent Gorillas, Hamlin Pied Pipers, not the Pipers, the Pied Pipers. My gosh, we were down there when my son, this is going back about 8 or 9 years ago. They came into that oil money and they rebuilt their facilities and put in a AstroTurf field down there at Hamlin. My goodness. Top 3, Utah, BYU, Tech. Why BYU over TCU? Why TCU over Tech? Why Tech over TCU? We killing Baylor for what happened at Auburn. We killing them for that? No run game, no defensive line. We're going to kill them for that, right? You tell me. Are you guys doing the Power 5 right now? Are you? It's not hard. The first people that come back and tell me you did the Power 5, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to give you high praise. I have a feeling that Belichick is going to pull a Petrino with the Falcons, or pull a Petrino. Yeah, okay, I get what you got. He didn't sign up for this, talking about Belichick, and we did our 60 seconds of Red Lane commentary on the differences between Belichick and Sanders. It boils down to this for me. Belichick doesn't need this. He doesn't need this for his resume. And if he walks away or it sucks, it's going to be Michael Jordan as a Washington Wizard. Nobody remembers that. Doesn't matter. Deion Sanders, on the other hand, desperately needed the validation of being able to prove that he could coach at Colorado. He brought in players. He brought in dudes. He elevated. He's won. He's winning. To beat Georgia Tech, but you get the idea. He had to do that. He had motivation. Belichick has no motivation whatsoever. As I've watched, and I have a little personal investment in this for different reasons, and we'll talk about it another time, that I want it to work for a friend of mine. But it was either going to be, to me, an epic success or an epic failure. And after the first series last night and the scripted plays went away and the talent kicked in and TCU had a massive talent gap advantage, it looks like epic the other way. So Belichick, which would be different from Petrino, because Petrino didn't have the skins on the wall that Belichick had. Belichick truly doesn't need this. So why is he doing it? Well, that's a hell of a question, isn't it? I mean, truly it is. It's a hell of a question. Ben DeJet, probably flip Utah and Tech, actually. All right, I can't go back and look at that, but you just did. JC ranking the top 3 Big 12 teams right now. Texas Tech, 1. I can't put them at number 1. Utah, not so distant, 2. 3, the field. See, look at JC there on our YouTube channel, just trying to play fast and loose with everything. You're going to take the field, ascribe it to that. I mean, Utah's got the best skin on the wall if it's not TCU, and we don't think it's TCU. Utah's got the best skin on the wall. You can't say Texas Tech to me. If you want Tech in the top 3 right now, you need to articulate it and why. Randy Wade, Winners Blizzards, Hamlin, and Hutto Hippos got their mascots right. No disrespect to the Antelopes, but Post should be the Post Toasties. Post, founded by the founders of Post Cereal, CW, laid out the whole town. It was a company town. It was really fascinating, the history. If you don't know anything about it, go read up about it. Chris jumping in. COVID proved you could schedule football games within a season itself. Fact, absolutely. So let's get rid of this whole Tech in Arkansas in 2030. But to me, the bigger issue is why are the Red Raiders, why is Texas Tech scheduling high-profile games away from Lubbock? If they won't play you here, they won't do a home and home, just don't freaking play them. Well, but you get a crappy schedule like this. You can get a better schedule. Might not get Arkansas, but you can get a better schedule. But I do believe it is an insult to the Texas Tech fans that pay the freight that but we're not taking away a home game. You're going to get it back in 2034. What do you tell that to the 68-year-old season ticket holder right now and say, hey, if you can just hold on till you're 78 and everything goes good. I mean, to me, that's bullshit. This whole idea, you're not really losing a home game. You're going to get it back on this. You're going to do it back. We're going to move this. It's a magic shell game. We got these home games. We're going to play these home games, and we're going to sub this in for this one and this one out, and we're going to play these people. Play some freaking good teams here. If you got to pay them more, I would much rather, because we don't have to pay any more for facilities. The idea of facilities, the race for facilities in college football is over. You don't have to build another thing anymore on facilities, because the only thing that matters is paying players and paying people and investing in people, not facilities, which is the NFL, which is the NBA, which is pro sports. And that's a good thing. That's a great thing. I mean, do some nice things. If you want to drop another, $6 million on Tech softball and put some awnings over the deal, that's great. But no, we don't have to spend $200 million anymore on this crap. So spend $2 million to pay a team to come in and play in Lubbock. It's halfway decent. And then go pay them or play them at their place. The whole thing, it's not about Arkansas. It's not about Vegas. It's about why the hell did you waste your time? Why even have a home stadium, really? Why have a great home stadium? If you're in a conference, the conference teams have to come to your place no matter what. They don't get a choice. And in non-conference, if you just want to go whore yourself out and play a bunch of games somewhere else, well, that'd be easy. It's not hard to do. Your top 3 Big 12 teams as of right now. We got 12 minutes left. Give us your two best Texas high school mascots. Nobody's giving us the Wampus Cats out of Fort Worth, Itasca. We will, not tonight, but tomorrow, I have many thoughts on Gundy versus Lanning, Oklahoma State versus Oregon, and how Mike Gundy is actually Gerald Myers in orange and black instead of red and black. That's tomorrow. File that away, okay? All right, I got to go up here. You guys are jumping in here, getting on the freaking comment line like I asked you to do. Good grief. Hold on. Give me a second. All right, Ben, my daughter, who's 8, will be going into her senior year of high school. It's ridiculous. talking about the scheduling. I agree. Fight back. Strike back on Twitter, social media. James, Belichick wants to prove he can still coach. I disagree. That's not about this. That's he doesn't have to prove he can still coach any more than Michael Jordan had to prove he could still play basketball in a Wizards uniform. That's not what this is about. It's about that he didn't have anything else to do, in my opinion. And they said, we'll give you a bunch of money to do it. He said, all right. But he's not invested. If he were invested in it, they'd have better players. Robstown Cotton Pickers, Mason Puncher at the Puncher Dome, Texas high school mascots. Ben, CW Post also shot dynamite into the sky to try to make it rain. Was it? It wasn't dynamite. It was another thing that they shot into. The dude was a flake. He was nuts, but he created post, right? So that's good, huh? You got to click on this. Go up here. Hold on. As you guys start putting in so many comments, it's hard to keep up with them all. Everybody's sharing this on Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media. Everybody's following us and subscribed. Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland on YouTube and on Facebook, right? Y'all are doing that. And the Power of Five. Who's doing the Power of Five tonight? Who's going to Hat Creek Interiors? Who's going to United Supermarkets and telling them thanks for being a part of Raiderland? Who's doing that? Ninja Pest Control, South Plains College. Who's getting on their Facebook page? Who's doing that? Report back. Tell me you did it. Tell them thanks. Power of Five. Screw back up here. CW Post. No, I already read that one. Sorry. Patricio didn't dip down into the Pee Wee leagues as much as Belichick did to get younger at that position. I don't find silence awkward when it's beautiful like that. Lombardi will get players. They'll be fine. Talking about Michael Lombardi, who is the GM for North Carolina. Well, they didn't. There's a gap. Super late start in the first year. Tech at 1 because that's where they started for me, he said. Started at 1, didn't do anything to regress. Ignore anything else you saw. They did more to improve and were even a year ago. Chris, it's amazing how Oklahoma State it's turned itself into a poverty program. Again, tomorrow will be the Gundy comments about Lanning, about Oregon, about how Oregon's going to kick the absolute shit out of them, and how Gundy is the don't tell anybody this. He's the Gerald Myers of Oklahoma State. What? Who said that? What does that mean? Top 3 teams in the Big 12 right now. Utah 1 says Mark, Texas Tech 2, TCU 3. I would have TCU ahead of Texas Tech right now. They did play a legitimate team in a legitimate conference with a legitimate coach. Texas Tech, I can't put them ahead of TCU. I can't put them ahead of Utah. There might be a couple of other teams that I couldn't put them ahead right now. Again, the question is right now, as we sit here tonight, your top 3 teams in the Big 12. All right. Can you do a deep dive on David Booth sometime in the near future? Is he a football only guy or does he fund basket? David Booth, fund basketball too. Did he make money in crypto or signing big bands like 32 Degrees? Well, when you are involved with bands like 32 Degrees, I think you guys understand you kind of fly under the radar and your financial dealings are not open for everybody to discuss. I think we agree on that. Eastland put dynamite in Cisco's football field. Cereal Boy has nothing. JC T-Boone dead, T-Boone money dead, T-Boone money gone. And that has really been kind of the demise to a certain extent for Oklahoma State athletics over the last decade. That when that went away, a lot went away. Wasn't generational money, apparently. All right, so top two, Tuesday's best. Your two favorite Texas high school mascots. You guys have been pretty good on this. I mean, we've got a lot of stuff going on. We got Tech horn out home games in 2030 for no reason whatsoever. Why did you even get Dustin Womble to do the Womble facility? Why even get Cody Campbell to put money in? Just go play good games that are matter somewhere else. But anyways, so high school mascots. I said earlier that at Coronado, the Mustangs it's not very unique. It's just yay. We were the Mustangs. CORONADOMUSTANG, blah blah blah. And then the fight song that I never really got to hear much. I always thought it would have been cool because the school opened, I believe, in '66. I think it opened in '66. Could be wrong. What if they'd become the Coronado Mustang? The car. How cool would that have been? The logo on the helmet is a '66 Mustang. Red and white, cherry red and white with the stripes and everything. You think about that. That could have been really awesome, really cool. So in '87, '88, and I was not playing on the varsity basketball team at all, but the uniforms come in and nobody really notices until the first game or two is played that the home uniform, it had Coronado up here, the numbers, and then on the bottom it said Mustangs, except it didn't. It said Mustang. Coronado Mustang. No S. So for 1 year, Coronado basketball was the Coronado Mustang, and it was after everybody. It took a while to nobody really know how do you really look at it and go, holy crap, there's no S. So we were the Mustang that year. It would have been really cool. I don't know what your high school mascot was. In the final 3 minutes, everybody watching, pile in on the comments. YouTube, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, free. Thanks to United Supermarkets, easy to get in on the chat line. Twitter, X, at Ryan Hyatt Media, and on Facebook, same thing, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. Your high school Mustang, or high school mascot, what do you got? Collier, did you see Gundy Witless commercial? Maybe you can use that money. I have not seen the Witless commercial. Need to. The Mason Cow Punchers at the Puncher Dome, fantastic, good, great again. Maybe I think the only cow punchers around here. Is there any other mascot other than Texas City that has the Stingerees? Not that I'm aware of. Down there you got the El Campo Rice Birds. You got a lot of different ones down there. Love the Hereford Whitefaces. They had to change that years ago to the Hustling Herd. James, Floydada Whirlwinds. Don't know about any other whirlwind. The Amarillo Sandies, that would be the Golden Sandstorm, going by the Sandies. And my dad coached at Amarillo Tascosa, so I hate the Golden Sandstorm. Amarillo High, the Sandies, Larry Dipple, their freaking 3 stripes jersey and 3 stripes socks and 18 stripes on their pants and black and gold, and there you go. Chris was out in El Paso. They were the Coronado Thunderbirds. Oh, wireless commercial. I thought there was a Witless commercial. I'm like, well, makes sense. JC, the Weatherford Kangaroos. A circus train broke down going through on the railroad in about 1905, 08, somewhere through there. And they had kangaroos, and the kangaroos got loose in Weatherford. And it took 3 weeks for them to round up the kangaroos. And in that time, they played a football game. They won, beat somebody, and they nicknamed them the Weatherford Kangaroos. Was an Ali G a fan of the Whitefaces? Dangerous. You got about 2 more minutes to get in with your high school mascot, nickname, or otherwise. Tomorrow, big Gundy discussion tomorrow. Big Gundy discussion. But it goes into the whole college athletics and realm and everything else, all that. Yeah, the same as the Legend of the Hippos down there in Hutto. Cameron Yo, the Yeoman. Big old Y on their helmets. How many Dons are there outside of Texas? Well, you got the Paladura Dons, a Spanish Don. They were named after a Spanish Don, which is a Spanish landowner. That's where PD came up with the Dons. But they also had a cape. Their logo in the 60s and 70s was very reminiscent to some of the Estacada Matadors. But I don't know how many Matadors there are around the state of Texas. David Collier is still awake, alive, and will be on your TV tonight at 10 o'clock. Came back 28 Red Raider Nation. His high school, the Choctaw Yeller Jackets, beat Monterey last week. Why the hell are we playing teams outside the great state of Texas? Ain't got no money. We're broke. We're going out. We're playing teams outside the state of Texas and whatnot in LASD. Like, you've got nobody to play around here. I think you got plenty of people to play around here. Mike Meeks, I'm talking to you. Lubbock ISD athletic director. Played for my dad, Coronado High School. Mike, we got to get a handle on this. All right? James went to Caprock, home with the Longhorns. Caprock opened in what, 56 or so? JC Mavericks, FYI, unbranded cattle, not horses. Is Switzer coaching Choctaw now? That's funny. All right. I figure we've done enough tonight. We got stuff to do. Oh, Mark comes in with Muleshoe. Shout out Lance King, the pride of Muleshoe. So 60 was the opening for Caprock. I thought it was 56. So Muleshoe, when I was at Coronado, our sophomore team, which basically our JV was our sophomore team, 5A school, we would play small school JVs or varsities on our sophomore JV schedule. And we had the JV, I think it was the JV. I don't think it was the varsity. Anyway, for Muleshoe. And my center, he was named Patrick Crow, great guy, great kid. But he was looking at the schedule. This is kind of during two-a-days, and we lockered next to each other. And he's looking at this thing going, what the hell is Mullishoe? What the week 2. Hey, Hyatt, who the hell is Mullishoe? We're playing the Mullishoe Mules. I said, that's Muleshoe. He goes, what? Muleshoe, it's a town. They named a town after a shoe? Now we'll beat the shit out of those people. So, yeah. The Mullishoe Mules, still to this day. Here's my man Patrick Crow, the best center ever. All right. 60 opening for Caprock. All right, you guys are the best. Power of 5. Report back tonight on our website. There on Facebook, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, on Twitter at Ryan Hyatt Media. And you can hit us on our YouTube channel, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, the Power 5. I want to know you guys who went to our great sponsors tonight and told them thanks. Hat Creek Interiors here in the Hat Creek Interior Studios, South Plains College, United Supermarkets, Ninja Pest Control. Just tell them thanks. Tell them, hey, we appreciate you supporting things that we like in West Texas. We appreciate you being out here. And the next time we need to kill bugs, go to college, buy some groceries, or get an awesome Western-style desk or couch. You guys are the ones. It's not hard if 5 people do it every night. And I know you're going to do it. We're going to have this posted on the website here in just a little bit. You guys can share it from there at theraiderland.com. But we will be with you tonight on Twitter and social media. Thanks to David Collier, KMAC28. Watch him on TV, Raider Nation, on KMAC 28 here in the Hubaplex and wherever you can get that on your deal. I got to hit this button. I got to hit another button, and then we are out of here tonight Thanks for hanging out. DRaiderland.com, the website. We'll see you in the morning for What If Wednesday.